Alright guys, how's it going? We're just going to do a little Fallout 4 stream today. Sorry if you were in the chat and I didn't see you for a while. I was just starting it up. Just let me know in the chat if you're here, and we'll go ahead and get started. Hi Derplord, how are you doing? Good to see you. Is the game audio good, and can you hear my voice well and everything like that? How are you doing today? How's your day going? We're just gonna go ahead, and I figured I would go in and show you guys maybe some of like the settlement that I built, because it's something that I'm really proud of, and then we can just go around and do a little bit of free roam or something like that. I'm glad you're doing well. Yeah, I unfortunately have to go to work here in a little while, but I'll be able to stream for a decent amount of time. If you'll excuse me one sec, I am going to actually go ahead and tweet the stream out. I'm going to do that, just bear with me for 1 second. Hi, if anyone else new is in the chat, how are you doing? Just give me 1 sec. Alright. That's tweeted out. Hey, what's up, Potato? How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, sorry, I was just tweeting the stream out for a second. Alright, we're just doing a little bit of Fallout 4 today.
You showed up just in the nick of time.
And, alright. We're gonna go ahead, and I wanted to show you guys my Sanctuary Hills settlement, if that's something that you're interested in. If not, I can just like free roam around and stuff like that, but it's the biggest settlement that I've ever built in the game. Have either of you guys played Fallout 4 before? Let me know. I'm kind of curious, actually. Hey Megan, how you doing? Thanks for joining the stream. We're just doing a little bit of Fallout 4 today. Kind of a chill stream, and just felt like I would come in and show you guys some of the stuff that I've done in the game. You haven't played it before? Dirt Florida, you definitely should. It's a great game. It's one of my favorites, as I have written in the description of the stream. Alright, so basically in Fallout 4, if you guys don't know, there's this settlement building system, which is basically like you have all these pieces of like walls and floors and all these different things that you can use, like fences and furniture and all this different kind of stuff, to be able to build settlements and create something all your own. And normally people create, you know, some decent sized stuff, but this is probably the biggest settlement that I've ever built in this game. And basically everything that you see has been built like piece by piece, so like floor piece by floor piece, and you know, wall by wall, fence by fence, stuff like that. I'll try it when my computer is fixed. Yeah, yeah, it definitely is a good game. Did your computer just like crap out on you, or what happened? Yeah, and sorry if there's a little bit of you know, frame loss, just because there is a lot of stuff that the game's trying to load in as I come into this area. So basically what this is that I just actually connected 2 areas in the game and turned them into one. So it's just kind of like when you come in, I've got this big wall along the outside, and like a bunch of houses up on stilts over here. And like I said, you know, everything that you see is something that I built myself. The game started out with basically this just being, you know, grass and a gas station and a few houses. It broke, it won't charge. Oh yeah, that sucks. Yeah, this PC that I'm on now is actually my first gaming PC that I ever had, but I put a decent amount into it when I first got it just because I wanted it to be able to do a lot of stuff. Because I wanted it mainly, you know, to play games and for my YouTube channel. Here, I'll give you guys a little bit of kind of like an overhead view. If the game will even let me. Yeah, so this is the first part over here. Basically, I just have, like I said, a bunch of houses built up. I have a little like shop over here, and I turned the gas station into like a 50s diner kind of thing. I don't even know if this is interesting to you guys or not. Like I said, if none of you have played Fallout 4, it probably won't mean as much to you as it does to me. So if you want, I can play a different game, or I can just go and like go fight some enemies or something like that. But yeah, this is the first part. And like I said, everything kind of has its own interior and everything like that. Like I said, in here I just have a little shop of like, you know, little like Nixon axe and armor and goods you can buy. Because Fallout 4, if you guys don't know, is like a post-apocalypse game. So it's like a open world kind of thing. So you're kind of surviving in the remains of a nuclear apocalypse. Your guy was, you know, he lived in like modern day. He lived in the year 2077, and then when the bombs dropped, he went into a vault and got like cryogenically frozen for 200 years, and then came out afterwards and is trying to survive in the wreckage. So this originally, like I said, it was just like a neighborhood of like regular houses and a like that gas station over there. But then I built all this stuff that you see that looks more like scrappy materials. I built myself. Like Minecraft with good graphics. I mean, yeah, if you want to look at it that way, you can say that. Yeah, like I said, everything has, you know, just some like interior decorating. Like I said, everything you see I placed. So like down to the last, you know, these keys over here, I placed down myself. Like everything on the table. You know, all the furniture, all the chairs, all the bottle caps, everything like that. You know, every structure has supports underneath of it, kind of keeping it up. And then this is the second part of the settlement that's actually connected to the neighborhood. Ooh, that frame drop. I'll see if I can make it in. How long did it take me? It took me, I don't know, I would say I probably put at least 4 or 5 days of actual, like, real time into building this settlement. So a decent amount of time. So like I said, this is all fortified over here. I have it built all the way around so that people can only get in on like certain entrances that I've made. That way any enemies trying to attack and like steal our resources and our food and stuff can't get in. And this is what I was talking about. These houses here were the only thing that were in this neighborhood before I built anything else. So anything that you see that's like wood or metal, or like even the light poles, I placed myself and everything like that.
I wasn't aware that roaming the Commonwealth could prove so interesting.
Over here, if you guys know the game, there's a public occurrences in Diamond City, which is like one of the big cities in Fallout 4, and I remade it here. It's kind of like a newsstand that people come to and try to get, you know, information from around the area. I built a little bar over here. What kind of enemies? So there's enemies called raiders in the game, and basically what they do is any settlements that you build, they'll come to, and you know, they'll try and attack your like your settlers and everything like that, and try and take anything that you've made, any of the food that you're growing and stuff like that. And there's also other factions, but it's mostly raiders that will attack your settlements. Yeah, but in here is a little bar that I built. Here's just a little like sitting down area to eat food and stuff like that. And then if you go up here, it's like the actual bar. You know, I've got lights all around and everything. Got some drinks up in the bar and back in the shelves. And just kind of like a little like outlook onto the street from here through the windowsill. And I put like stools along the side and kind of turn the sill into a table itself. Yeah, I think the frames, I think the frames are this bad just because I'm trying to play the game with this much stuff built into it and live stream at the same time. Normally it's not this bad. Alright. So yeah, sorry if I stop every once in a while. I'm just looking at the chat and reading to make sure I haven't missed anything that people are saying. And then over here, I can't even really look at it all at once, but this is my main house for my character. I took his house from before the war and basically just like built up upon it. So this is the regular house in here, you know, just like some regular furniture, TV. Hey Ali, how's it going? Yeah, I love Fallout 4. Have you played much of it recently, or played much of it? Or just like watch a gameplay of it and stuff like that? I was just showing you guys my main settlement, basically. My Sanctuary Hills and Red Rocket. Okay, so then, like I said, it's all connected to the same thing, so... Here, Ali, actually, since you're just here, let me zoom out a little bit and show you kind of like a bird's eye view of my settlement. And it probably won't even be able to load everything in all at once. but this is kind of like a general overview of everything. I've built all the way across the bridge and into the Red Rocket as well. But my sanctuary is probably the biggest part of it. But I connected everything together because I made the bridge into like an overpass, like an overhead kind of bridge with cover on it. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, you did tell me that. Sorry, I forgot for a second. Yeah, I'm definitely in love with the game too, as you can tell from how big this settlement is. Like I was telling Derplord, I like that username, by the way, Derplord. But I've probably spent a good 4 or 5 days just working on this settlement, like actual of real time 4 or 5 days. Alright. So then, this next part, actually I'll show you guys real quick. I turned this right here into a little like gate. I put more time into this game than my education. Yeah, I can probably say that too. I put like a little like gate like that in front of my house. Because a lot of the stuff that I build with, also, I'm using mods. So this isn't all just like the vanilla game. I got a little fireplace here outside the front of my house with a bench and my personal doctor to help me clean up after I come back from a long trip. And then up here I have like a little balcony area and a little like showroom where somebody will like dance and sing for when settlers are here watching. And then if we go in here, this is my main like living area. So in here I have all my extra armor and weapons. Who did you side with? Oh, sorry, excuse me. I'm a little sick still. Who did you side with this character, or like which faction? With this one I did the Minutemen, I believe. I did I did the ending where like I went as far with every faction as I possibly could, and then I did a Minutemen ending, but it's kind of like a secret ending. I did the one where you go and you sneak underground through the Institute, and you basically like infiltrate from below instead of the one where you like go up on top of the mass fusion building and just bomb it. Actually, like it's a kind of like a more hidden ending. Don't sugarcoat it. You made a strip club. No, it's really not a strip club. It's basically just kind of like a singing thing, kind of like, because you know the old like 50s music and everything like that. I made it in that kind of style where like people can go in and just kind of like sit there and enjoy somebody doing kind of like a, you know, a show up on stage. That's more what I had in mind when I made that, but you know, you can call it whatever you want, Ali, it's fine. So I have like a pool table over here and another little area to look out. I'm really big on my areas to like look across the settlement. Oh, there's a rad storm now. Nice. Genius joke, gotta love it, yeah. Then over here I have a bathroom, and one thing that I will let you guys know, sure it is, yeah, okay, anywhere that I have, actually here, let me just turn God mode on, that way I don't die from radiation, because I'm just showing you guys around. Anywhere that I have like where water should be, I actually have like pipes running from. And then if you go up here, I have another balcony area. Because one of my favorite things about the wasteland is the view and being able to see out at everything, which right now there's a radiation storm. so we can't really see much. Actually, here, let me go in and use one of my mods to fix this. We're gonna go into inventory, miscellaneous, true storms. Oh wait, no. Back out. Weather control. And clear weather. There we go. I mainly use that for when I am just building stuff. And we're gonna go ahead and make it noon. Set game hour to 12. There we go. Oh, that's a lot brighter than I thought it was gonna be. Okay. Yeah, but this is just like a little area to sit out at. I actually even attached Vault 111 to my settlement and actually built inside of it, so depending on how long you guys want to stick around, I could show you that too. What do you guys think of it so far? I'm kind of curious, because this is probably my favorite settlement that I've ever built. I've spent a lot of time on it. Alright, and then if we go back down here, you can see I have all like my comics and the bobbleheads I've collected and the models and everything like that. And then if we go up here, this is my power armor workstation area. So basically all the power armors I've collected, I've got all night. Go ahead. Awesome, man. I really appreciate it. This is where I keep all my power armors, and Dirt Lord, if you don't know what power armors are, they're basically kind of like a big exoskeleton armor kind of thing. So basically kind of think of like if you've seen Iron Man in the first movie when he had like the big bulky suit of armor, it's kind of similar to that. They're just a little bit more well designed. So they're still like, you know, a little bit thicker, but they're more well designed like, you know, his later models. They were originally meant for military. And yeah, like I said, these are all of them on display. This is where my actual workstation is. So I've got like different, you know, resources here and everything like that. Again, all this stuff that you see that I've placed is purely aesthetic. I don't actually like go over and grab it or anything like that. Got like some tools over here and a tool bench. And then if you go up here, like I said, it's all windows because I like to be able to look out. And I've just got a little computer here that I can like type down stuff that I want to work on and things like that. Alrighty. And then exosuit, got it. Yeah, basically. And then if you go up here, this is like my actual, I guess, bedroom where I would just like sleep and relax at. Got a bed here. And I got a little kind of like attic style bedroom because I thought that would be fun to have a thing where I could just kind of like sit down or lay down and just look up and see like the clouds or the stars or something like that. And I basically just keep my more like special armors and weapons in this dresser and in that locker. Got some foods over on the table. And like if I go over to this is where I can just put my current weapon if I don't want to be holding it when I come up here. Alright, as far as I can remember, that's everything for this house. And then if we go back down this way, this is a house, Alex, since you know Fallout 4, you'll know this, but Derp, you might not. But this is for Preston Garvey. I made this house for him. Basically just, you know, pretty standard. Just some stuff on the table, some food and everything like that.
It's a pleasure to serve with you,
Little
sir.
bed and everything. This game looks awesome. Yeah, it's great. And this is only the half of it. There's so much stuff to this game. It's incredible. A little area for Preston to work on his power armors and everything like that. I'm back. Oh yeah, so I don't know if you like missed what I said or anything like that, but I built this little house over here
You and I
for
make an effective team.
Preston. So I just built this house for him. I accidentally scrapped the floor of this house, so I had to rebuild it with a different foundation. That's why it looks like that. But this is basically just, you know, standard house. Just like some beds in there and a little area for him to store stuff and work on his power armor.
Quite uplifting.
Look at that XO1 beauty. Yeah, it's great. I love this game. Did you see my like big power armor workstation area, or did you leave before I showed you that?
I don't require sleep or food.
Because if not, I did actually want to show you that.
A pleasure to see you.
Go ahead.
And then over here, I have kind of like a water purification shed. So I have, you know, like I said, a bunch of purified water, like stocked up in shelves and in barrels and everything like that. In one of my walkthroughs, I had like 15 power armors. No, I didn't. All right, yeah, let me go up and show it to you real quick, because it is one of my favorite parts. So basically, if you go up here, actually we can go up this way. I have, hey there, dog meat. Watch out, please. I have this, which is like connected to my main living area. So if you go up, it's basically all the power armors I've collected besides one that I have given to like other settlers and stuff like that. I built it with the warehouse set. Yeah, I'm showing it to you now. I just saw it pop up. Show me the power armor room. Yeah, but this is it basically. I have them all on display. Got a little like, you know, bench that I can slide around with stuff to work on. You'll notice that my power armors, I have a lot of like cobbled together with different pieces, and it's not because I don't have all the pieces to build full sets, but I kind of like the way that they look, you know, when they look more like cobbled together, because I think it looks more wasteland style, like, oh, I've scrounged up these different pieces and kind of welded them together to make one full set of power armor. And then this is like my actual workbench over here, because all those other ones are just displays. And I got some, you know, materials up here to be able to work on them. And then a terminal up here to just come and like type stuff that I'm thinking of. And write plans down for stuff that I want to work on and stuff like that. And a lot of this stuff is purely aesthetic and just for like immersive purposes, but that's the way that I like to build. So yeah, that's my power armor room. I agree, they look awesome. Thanks. Yes, I know what you mean. Yeah, definitely. It's quite a sight to behold after you build up for so long. And then I don't know if you saw this, Allie, but this is basically just, I'll show you real quick, my like little like attic style bedroom. I just kind of built low ceiling with glass. That way I could just kind of like look up and see the clouds or the stars or something when I'm laying here. I just mashed different parts together. Yeah, yeah. I think that's the best way to do it, honestly. And then one little thing that I want to show you guys. You're going to be like, really? You had to build like this? But I just thought it would be fun. So if I go out here, I'm going to glitch through the wall for a second with free cam. I had a mod where you can place down different creatures, and one of the things you place down was like a bunch of different types of birds. So I put a bird here looking down like inside of my house, and I built a nest for it here on this platform And basically they'll be like, oh, well, why was there just a random platform there? But the way that I did it was I said there used to be a turret up there, but after a while, the people like it got attacked or the wind blew it down or something like that, and it fell off. And then this bird flew by and just kind of made a nest there. That's how deep I get into it. Just like, oh yeah, there'd probably be a bird nest somewhere in my settlement, and I have to build a reason as to why there would be a platform for it. So I just have like a broken down turret as to where it used to be. That's creepy. Well, it's just a bird. It's not like, well, I mean, unless you think about, you know, how it might be like an institute bird watching me or something like that. But, you know, that's just, I'll leave that up to you guys. So we can go ahead down back here. And one thing I also really want to show you guys, well, actually, I'd like to show you everything, but, you know, it's a big settlement. I have a shower house over here. And all these showers actually have like running water and everything like that. It's one of the mods that I have. And like some toilets and stuff like that. Pretty basic stuff.
Plenty of folks want to make
I try to keep it as like disheveled and crappy looking, so it does look like something that you would have been able to build with just like random resources you collected in the wasteland. Which side do you like most in the game? So the side that I see myself normally ending with the most is either the Brotherhood or the Minutemen. Just because I like to do endings that have like a very clear motive, because for me, I don't know, when I do it with the Institute, it kind of leaves you off in a weird place where like you didn't really accomplish that much. And when you do it with the Railroad, it doesn't really feel like the same thing. The ending doesn't feel that much of a grand scale. So I normally go with Minutemen or with the Brotherhood. Can you call your dog Doge, please? Maybe. We'll see. So the other thing that, like I said, a lot of this will make more sense to Allie than Derplord, but of course, you'll probably still think that it's cool just like in the way that it's built and everything like that. I made a Valentine detective agency for Nick Valentine because he lives here now. So basically what I did was I built it into an alleyway of this building up above me. And I tried to recreate it to the best of my ability. And I think it turned out pretty well. What do you think, Allie? What's your memory of the detective agency, say, from Diamond City? I think it turned out pretty great. It's one of my favorite things in the area. And same thing, I don't know if you saw it, but I built public occurrences in Sanctuary for Piper too. And then this entire little circle here around the tree is my market area. And it's basically, you know, very similar to the one in Diamond City, but I kind of put my own spin on it. So if you look above all the stores, there's houses for the people who actually are the ones who run it. So like at the end of the day, okay, there's Nick. At the end of the day, when they're done selling everything, they can just go upstairs and, you know, just call it a day, be done, go lay in bed or relax or do whatever they want to do. But I have every store. I have a medic and a surgeon. I have a thing for clothes. A thing for armor, a barber, a general store with the vault tech guy, a gun store, and a bar. I usually side with the Institute. It looks like the better future for humanity. Also, for a guy from before the war, it's more relatable. Yeah. I mean, I guess that makes sense too, but for me, I don't know. I feel like the Institute always had sort of like a sinister undertone. The agency is lit. Yeah, but I feel like the Institute always had sort of like a sinister undertone, kind of like, you know, do they really want what's best for humanity, or just those people that have made it underground? Because it seems like they've kind of given up on the surface, which I feel like is the wrong way to go about it, but you never know. They kind of leave it open to interpretation. Yeah, thank you. I actually really did like the way that my Valentine Detective Agency turned out. And, let's see. So, if we go up this way, this isn't even all of it. That's what I mean. This is a huge settlement. I don't even know if I'll be able to finish showing you guys all of it before I have to get off. But, so up here is basically just, you know, a little area to chill out. We got a little fireplace, some chairs and stuff to sit at. Doge. Did you see him again? I didn't see. And then if you come down here, this is where I have all the water pumping from. So, like I said, these pipes actually run all the way back to the water, the little like river that runs in front of Sanctuary. And then this is my workshop. So in here I work on armor, weapons, robots, you know, chemistry workstation stuff, everything like that. So I've got, you know, some
Mom?
guns up on the wall.
It's really great that you're helping people build someplace safe to live.
I have... Did Sean just call me Mom? I'm playing as a guy. I think my game's just glitching because of how much stuff I have built here. Over here is my armor workbench, and I've got armors up here. And then if we come up this way, I have my robot workbench with an open ceiling because of how big the actual workbench is. A little terminal here with some, you know, blueprints on the wall and everything like that. Some resources. And then if we go in here, if you go down the elevator, I put the jukebox there just to have some elevator music and to make it more dramatic. I have another area to work on power armor, but this is kind of like a secret power armor work area that not a lot of people know about. It's meant to be like underground. So you open up the shipping crate doors, and then in here I have excuse me. I have a BOS power armor, even though I sided with the Minutemen. So it's kind of like my little like secret power armor workstation area. Same thing with a bunch of supplies and everything to work on. Alright, go ahead and back out of there. Well, the Brotherhood seems a bit misled. Also, so much ideology's blinded them. Yeah, they are very, I don't know. I guess misled is a good word, but also very radical. Like, they think anything that is technology should be controlled by them, which isn't really a safe way to go, you know, about it. It should be more like trying to figure out how you can help other people besides just trying to look out for yourself. And that's the thing that I've noticed about a lot of the factions in the settlement, in Fallout 4, is that they say that they're looking out for the better of mankind in general, but it kind of comes down to the fact that they're actually just really looking out for themselves. Which, I mean, makes sense in an apocalypse, but it's kind of funny that they try to say that it's not just about themselves. BOS or boss armor? Both. Well, BOS means Brotherhood of Steel, but it's definitely a boss armor too. Alright, and then if we come through here, I have, you know, a big area to work on crops. Here I just got some mute fruit. And then if we go through here, there's some potatoes and stuff like that.
Fresh flowers.
I actually filled an entire barrel with potatoes like one by one just to make it look like they've been being collected. You know, like I said, just those little things for immersion. Here's more of the pipes running down to the water, and then it goes over here and up out the other side. And then down in here, I have some houses for more settlers that are just kind of, you know, basic houses. Each one's decorated differently because I wanted it to feel like, you know, it wasn't just cookie cutter. Each person who lived in these houses had their own unique personalities and everything like that. How many times have I said everything like that? I don't know, it's just a phrase that I keep going back to. I don't know why. But, there's one more house over here. Also about the railroad, they mess with things they don't understand. Although I know since, as humans, the way they do things are so bad. Yeah, they kind of go, you know, undercover and try to do things without letting people know. Which, same thing, I guess it's supposed to be similar to like the Underground Railroad. And I think that's why they're called the Railroad. But yeah, I mean, I feel like every faction has something about them that you see and you're kind of like, I don't know, is this really the right thing to do? It's very gray, which I think is a good thing. And then one of the last parts of the settlement is this, and I built like a docking area out onto the water, which was actually one of the first things that I built in the settlement, now to come to think of it. So basically it's just like if traders want to come in, they can come through that hole over there, come in and dock their boats, come up and then go to the market if they want to trade stuff or do whatever. I built a little like bar over here that if people want to come up and grab a drink, they can. Little area to sit down, and then here's where the water is being pumped out and purified from back into the settlement. So like I said, which companions do you usually go with? So my top few are like Kate. I mean, I always have dog meat with me because I have a mod that lets me take dog meat and one more companion, because dog meat's just the best companion ever. I mean, you can't really go without him. So I always have him, and then normally I either take Kate, Nick Valentine, or Curie. Those are my top ones. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I mean, and that's most of the settlement. There are a few little things here and there that I didn't show you guys. Yes, Doge. Sorry, Derp Lord. And, not to push it, but just figured I'd put it out there. If you haven't subscribed, Derp Lord, it'd be awesome if you did. I'd love to see you around the channel more. It's always cool to have people come into the videos and live streams and everything like that. And, let's see. There is one thing that I didn't show you guys that I think was kind of cool.
Consequence of being mechanical in nature.
I have a character that steals and is an asshole. I go with Kate, and I really like her. Yeah, that's the thing, is that too many of the other companions are kind of like too, you know, too goody two-shoes in my opinion, because it's the kind of game where, like, really to survive, you have to do some stuff that, you know, that is questionable because you need to survive. I'm sub always here for streams. Awesome, man. I really appreciate it. If I have a character on the good side, I get Curie or Nick. Yeah. They're good comedians. And I have Curie with me right now, but it's just because I'm really going around helping settlements and building people, so there's really nothing for her to be disappointed in me for doing. Yeah, and Derflord, I'm glad you subbed. I'm glad you like the channel and are willing to stick around for the live streams and everything like that. I really appreciate it. dog meat. I think you mean Doge. Is always awesome to have with you. Yeah, I mean, he's great because he'll pretty much go and attack anyone for you. He never shies away. The one thing I did want to show you is, well, one, I have these houses up here also that I kind of built across like a bridge with stilts and everything like that. And one thing you'll notice, Ali, about my settlements is that everything that I have has support underneath of it, because you can just like randomly place stuff, but it looks weird to me when things are just floating. So I have support literally underneath every structure. Everything has some sort of wood beam or steel beam going to the ground or something to support it. There's the Doge again. In here is Mama Murphy's house, and she's got like chems all over the place. And then I built this kind of like makeshift grill over here with a fireplace and a fence turned sideways over top of it. The synth that comes with Institute is great for combat too. Yeah, I think I've never actually fully maxed out his companion affinity, but I feel like he would be a good combat companion. No, thank you for the streams and videos. Oh, thanks, man. Thank you. Oh yeah, and then the last thing I wanted to show you guys was over here. I put like a little like grave for Nora. And then over here, very secretive, was this bunker that I had. I imagined that it would have been here like before the war. Yes, the architecture is really good. You have put a lot of effort in, and it's great. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I spent a lot of time on this. It's one of my, you know, favorite things in the game right now. I think that's why I like Fallout 4 so much, because you can put so much time into it and really build something that you're proud of. But yeah, thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that. And then, so if you go down here, I have basically a pre-war bunker. So what you'll notice is some of the furniture is like in pristine condition, right? Because it was down here before the bombs were dropped, so none of it got damaged. Like, you know, nice tables, some nice plates, stove, like the couches and everything like that. Your grandchildren will be proud. We'll see about that. Like, oh yeah, guys, look how much time I spent on this video game. Like, sure, granddad, whatever. I can put on my virtual reality headset and go to Mars whenever I want. Get on my level. But, well, and then the other thing that you'll notice down here is that I have some stuff that's been drugged down here for, like, after the war. So, you know, just, like, random, like, you know, pieces made into a table or a bench or, like, a sofa and stuff like that. And down here, I put my guy's armor that he would have had from when he was in the military back in 2077, or, like, before he came home from the war. Them spoiled kids you got. Yeah, man. I can't even wait to see what video games are going to be like, you know, when I have grandchildren. I'll be that 70-year-old guy that's still playing video games until the day that he dies. A little bathroom down here. Like I said, I built it just so that you can kind of see, like, oh, you know, there was stuff down here that was in good condition, but then after a while, other stuff got put down here after the bombs were dropped. We got some, like, food stockpiled up there, and just some other stuff like that. Alright guys, but I think with that, I am actually going to go ahead and end the stream. Did you guys have any questions or anything like that before I finish up that you wanted to ask me before I turn it off? I'm all ears. If not, don't worry about it. We will all be that guy. Yeah, definitely. You can see how long it takes me to load into my sanctuary because of how much stuff it has to load in. You should make a donation link in later streams. Yeah, I was thinking about it. I just didn't want to seem like I was doing it like just for money or anything like that. Do more? I mean, if you guys want, I have other settlements that I've made. So I can do other streams of other settlements that I've built. And same thing, if you guys liked the video, after it goes up, feel free to share it so other people can see the settlement. That would be awesome if you don't mind.
Okay, so here's some big news, maybe. Maybe the biggest news since ever. The Institute. It's well,
But yep,
it's
I
gone.
think other than that, if you guys don't have any questions or anything,
Totally
I am going to go ahead and end the stream because I got to go to work here pretty soon, unfortunately.
somehow
Got to go back to the grind.
they stormed the Institute and
But yeah, I'll definitely do more streams in the future if you guys like this, because I do have more settlements. And if you want, later in another stream I can even show you what I did with Vault 111, which is over here. Alright. So I think I am going to go ahead and end it. I will see you guys later. Thanks so much for stopping by and checking out the stream. I really appreciate it. Alrighty. This is the awkward part where I try to end it and act like everything's turned off when it's not yet. Dun, 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 dun. Alright. Alright, yep, have a nice day, Allie. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.